Hello, my name is Marcus and welcome to another episode of Tabletop Reviews, where unfortunately it is Amsterdam and not San Francisco. At Essen Spiel I could only find it San Francisco in German. I don't know German. Couldn't find it multilingual, anything, only Zugumzug. Very annoying, but what you gonna do? And so it is Amsterdam for today, but that's perfectly fine, it's a good game. Let's have it set up and see how it's played. Okay, so I wrote the little thing ahead, so maybe the light doesn't shine through as much. But let's set up ticket writing rule books. Just set aside. A small little middle plate here. That's not the word for it. Anyways, and you can select these nice colors of these ones, and I'm just gonna distribute light brown and dark brown, and then grab them out and put it at the 50, which counts as 0 at the beginning of the game. And then we have all the roots and just get them distributed so the root cards and the wagon card and contract cards, everything is distributed. So that's all of the contracts slash the root cards. Distribute this one. This is all of these special cards. And then we have all of these cards here. Alright, so much to... I've actually forgotten if you need to start with any. Oh god. So much like in... yeah, sorry. So you get two of these cards here. These are the train cards, the card cards in this instance. Distribute them out. And you flip over the top 5, like always. Almost always, at least. Bam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now there's actually the rule saying that if 3 are the same, you have to... that went very well. You have to put these ones all in the bottom, or at least discard them and draw up 5 new ones, because they cannot be 3 of the same color. There we go. Very interesting start. Then we have, these are the root cards, or the contract cards, or whatever the hell they want to call it in this one. And you get 2 to each player. They have to keep one of them, but they can choose to keep both of them. And if you look at this one, it has a handy guide like always, where you want to go. This looks like this is right in the middle of this route, so I might as well keep both of them, if you ask me. Alright, now you're basically ready to go. Rules are simple. As soon as there are 2 cards left at some person, that's the final round. Alright, so this is a very simple one. You have, so on your turn you can do, okay, where do I want to go? And let's see. On your turn you can do what you can always do. You can draw 2 cards. In this instance you have these ones, which are not, multicolored cards. You can only choose one there, but if you draw 2 here and one of them is that, you still draw 2. And I can take the green one just to give you an example. And then it would flip over to the next one, which is an orange one, and let's just draw one from the top of the deck. Anyways. Then it's the next guy's turn, and he wants to draw in new ones. You get to draw in 2 new ones, sorry. 2 new ones, and you have to keep one of them. He gets in that one, he chooses to keep just one. Just as an example of what he can do. That's another thing you can do in your turn. The last, final thing you can do in your turn is you can play some cards. This instant, I'm gonna play 2 green ones to place them down here. And now as you see, there are these symbols on it. Oh, you can see it at least. Can you see it? Now, there's the card symbols. There are card symbols on these ones. Let me just get the plate nice and close so you can see it. This is the example one. These card symbols, they are in multiple places all around the board. Those symbolize that you get to draw one of these ones here. Yeah, just draw one. I just need to make sure you just draw one, no matter how many there is. The 3 and still just one of these. That's an extra point at the end of the game. You also gain points immediately for placing 2. And there's a handy little guide over here that says 1, 2, 3, or 4. And 2 is worth 2 points. Bang. That's the example there. And that's the 3 things you can do in your turn. Draw cards from here, draw cards from here, or place down trains. At the end of the game, you look at, first of all, your contracts. Have you fulfilled them? Have you not fulfilled them? Get the points. If you have fulfilled them, if you've not fulfilled them, you get minus points. So this would be +4 if I fulfilled it, or -4 if I didn't. And then you have this one, which gives you an amount of points depending on the amount of players. So if you're 4 players, the one with most would get 8, second most would get 6, then 4, and then 2, and then 0 for some reason. And if you're 3 players, it would be 8, 5, and 2. And if you're 2 players like this one, it would be 8 and 4 points added at the end. And the player with the most amount of points win. That's the basics of how to play this game. Let's get back to the table. So that's the setup in the gameplay. Once again, it's very short, and I'm going to try and keep this very short because I've got a massive review upcoming. Massive review, yeah. But very short on Ticket Ride in Amsterdam. The gameplay is the same as every other Ticket Ride. I think it's wonderful. In this one you only get 2 starting cards and 2 new routes, which is fine. It's very small, so it would not be possible with more than that. It's perfectly fine. The artwork is great, very distinct in this one, very distinct from it. The artwork, I think, and I think the gameplay works very well. It's a little annoying that around the edges, the only place you can get those cards. So if you have a route that goes from one end to the other, it's better to go around, which takes a lot of time. I don't like that much. And I think it's a little bit worse for this one. But otherwise I think it's pretty good, and it's a very good small box game. I prefer New York, but whatever. Components, again, you have the small cards. And while the cards are great quality, I hate the small cards, but it makes sense because it's a small box, but I still hate it. The cards are great. They're very small with the plastic bits. I'm surprised they are as sturdy as they are, that they don't break. It's very much a plus for the designers of this one. Really great, well done. And otherwise, again, the cards, the wooden bricks, the board. I think the Ticket Ride boards are amongst the best boards in the world of board gaming, even today. And the artwork is, as I said, very distinct in this one. I think it's very distinct, very recognizable from the other ones. Where in New York it was mostly just, you know, it's taxis and buses instead of trains. But this one, the color palette seems very distinct, and of course the things aren't just vehicles, but very different things that are to trade in the 1700s, like this one. Very specific, and I think the artwork helps the theme, the next subject, push a little bit through here. But again, this is a sign that these smaller Ticket Ride boxes show that Ticket Ride's theme doesn't awfully that much matter. But again, you're just going around Amsterdam, the 1700s. The theme kind of works with the gameplay you're supplying, and it's just the extra bits for the gameplay. It's just the main gameplay that doesn't need a theme. But again, would this work with trains, or would this work in a larger Ticket Ride map? I don't think it would. This theme, it would feel very weird, but it would still be a great game. So that's where the weird edge of the theme is. Anyways, does this one lie to you? I believe it's 2 to 4 players. What does it say this? 2 to 4, 8 and up, 10 to 15 minutes. Again, I would say 20 minutes for this one. I think I said that for New York as well. I can't remember. 20 minutes, just about 8 and up. Yeah, it's pretty. This is like the simple Ticket Ride small map. It's very simple, very easy to understand. Do you have to make noise right now? And 2 to 4, there are 4 bricks in here. I would say this is again mainly a 2-player travel game, maybe 3. But I think it works pretty well at 2 to 4 players. So my final score for this one is the baseline Ticket Ride map, Ticket Ride rating of 8. That's my baseline Ticket Ride rating. 8, you need to do something to do better than that. But it's a great small box game. I'm really happy that I have it, and I'm going to keep it with every other Ticket Ride. I'm keeping it because I want to own every one of them. But Ticket Ride in Amsterdam, 8 out of 10. Another great little small box Ticket Ride game. Primarily 2-player travel game, something along those lines. Seriously, until next time, I hope I have a cat that doesn't make any noise. Bye!